One man. One mission. Bringing you the hits from the movies we love. Brian Ju in the Drive-In.
Hello, South Korea. I'm your DJ, Brian Ju. This is The Drive-In, and it's Wednesday morning here, November 7th, 2012, and you're listening to The Drive-In. We're in the middle of the week, and we've got a great show for you guys today, as we always do, because you know why? Because it's time for Brian. So for you guys that are in Korea right now, good morning. And for the rest of the world, good night, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. I hope you guys are listening right now, tuning in, because we have another fun-filled day for you guys with a fun-filled hour. And remember, we changed things up here a little bit. Originally, Jason would be here today, but we changed it where K-Film Wednesdays goes to K-Film Tuesdays now. So now K-Films will be talked about on Tuesdays. And starting today, we're going to have musical Wednesdays. So I will be talking about wonderful musicals that I enjoy watching or listening to the soundtrack to. So let's get today's show started from the 2003 Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Rings original soundtrack. And here's Enya with May It Be. That was Enya, May It Be, from the Fellowship of the Rings original soundtrack, the 2003 Lord of the Rings film. And right now we're going to read some Twitter comments on Twitter right now because I want to liven things up. I know a lot of you are probably going back to sleep slowly because we had a mild, chillaxing song playing in the background. But it's Wednesday morning, which means it's the middle of the week, and we got to get things up and going. So right now we have Linda Kim. She said, good morning, EFM 101.3. So good starting the beautiful melody. I like it. Aww, exactly. We here play beautiful music for all you guys. And one from Ria Pascasio, now playing 101.3 EFM at EFM Drive. Good morning, Brian G Music. Well, good morning to you, Ria, and thank you for tuning in. We have one from, let's see, Mary Ann. She says, right on, Lord of the Rings, awesome, like that movie. Yes, she likes that movie a lot, obviously. Thank you, May Ann, and thank you for tuning in. We have one from Brian Ju Canada. She wrote, tuning in. Woot woot. That means she's excited. Yes, woot woot means you're very excited. You got your hands up in the air, raise the roof. And that's what Brian Ju Canada, or I know her personal name, Lisa. She's very excited right now, listening in from Canada. Also, she also wrote, really love this Enya track. Yes, although it's morning here, Enya's one of those tracks that you can listen to her music late at night, when the stars are in the sky and you just want to chill, have a glass of wine, and just wind down from a long day of work. Exactly. So don't do that now. Do that tonight after all the work is done. Because right now it's time for Brian Ju. And right now Brian Ju wants to do the scene of the day. Yes, it's time for the scene of the day. And today's scene comes from a movie that we play the song for every day here in the Drive-In. A lot of you probably don't know this, and I didn't know this either. I just learned this bit of information today. And I know you guys are probably thinking, what? How's that possible? Brian Ju, what are you talking about? Well, you're right. We don't. But in the intro to the show, you know the music clip that plays? You know, when the guy's like, one man, one mission. That clip is what I'm talking about. And that clip is actually from the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, which released in 2003. It starred Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and the wonderful, beautiful Keira Knightley. And in the scene, Elizabeth and Captain Barbarossa are eating dinner, and Barbarossa is explaining to her how the pirates are cursed and need to return all of the gold that they found to a treasure chest with Elizabeth's blood to lift the curse. Initially, Elizabeth says she doesn't believe in ghosts and curses, but I think after this scene, you'll know why she's gonna start believing in ghosts. So let's check it out. This is actually what I tell my friends all the time, that we're all in a ghost story, and yes, the paranormal world, the ghost world, that it exists. I, for one, have experienced really creepy things in my lifetime, and what happens in this scene actually feels like it happens real life to me. I know you guys are probably thinking, Brian Ju is cuckoo today, but yes, I am a little cuckoo, but I'm just keeping it real. Anyway, all the pirates on the ship, they're not living. They're actually skeletons, and you know because in the moonlight, you can see their skeletal bodies. I don't know, I just made that word up. And this is why I love this radio show. But the thing is, I kind of wish it was a TV show, because that way, or in Korea, what they call 보이는 radio, radio where you can actually see us, because that way I can show you pictures of what these pirates look like. They're not actual people. They're not amongst the living. They're actual skeletons, and you will be able to see them Only in the Moonlight. Look at that. It connects from the beginning of the show to now. Like, I'm talking about Darkness and Moonlight and Enya and now Pirates of the Caribbean. What am I hinting to you? I don't know because I didn't write the script. So we're actually going to play a song from this movie. It came out in 2003, so this movie is not that new. Although the graphics in this movie is amazing. If you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. So here's He's a Pirate from the 2003 The Pirates of the Caribbean original soundtrack. One man, one mission. Yes, I wanted to throw you guys off and think, wow, it's their opening of the show again. It's not. That's actually me doing it. I know I ain't all that great. But I just realized that was from the beginning. Even though I talked about it, I was like, what part of it? It's the whole thing. I didn't know it. But I learned new things here, too, at the drive-in. Anyway, coming up on today's show, today is Wednesday, and we changed things up in the beginning. I said it. Wednesday will be now Musical Wednesday. But before that, we're going to have the amazing... if you notice on our website, you see this cute little picture of Eugene. He has his little hands up. It's from his wedding picture. He's looking all cutesy and, what do you call it in Korean? Aegyo. Yes. That's not how Eugene is in real life. I hope not with that big old mustache he's growing right now. Anyway, Eugene will be here in the studio for Behind the Screen, and he's going to talk about huge news that happened last week. And I know a lot of you guys out there are probably disappointed, some happy. For me, I think it's a good and bad thing all at the same time. But he's going to be in here in a short bit to talk about it. About the Star Wars related news. I'm not going to say anything further because I want Eugene to talk about it. But first, we're going to listen to a song before Eugene gets in the studio. And this song actually comes from the 1985 film, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm not sure if you guys know who Pee-wee Herman is, but he's somebody that I grew up. Like, he was my age group's Barney, I guess, or Sesame Street. A lot of people grew up on that stuff. I mean, Sesame Street was something I grew up on as well. But Pee-wee Herman is somebody, kids nowadays, like the 15 to teenage years, you guys probably don't know who he is. But he was a fun, goofy, naive, gullible, basically a 10-year-old kid in an adult's body. And everyone grew up watching this guy's show. Pee-wee's Playhouse. He had like the secret word of the day, where if you're like, the secret word today is money, and whoever says money, you'd be like, oh, all happy. And, that's one of those childhood memories I have about Pee-wee Herman before some bad news happened in his life. Anyway, but the movie actually came out in 1985, and for a lot of you guys out there who did not know this fact, I learned this fact today when I came into the studio. This was directed by Tim Burton. Can you believe that? And this is one of the first films by Tim Burton. That's crazy. Yes, I did not expect it because it doesn't have a Tim Burton vibe. At least it doesn't to me. And it's about a man who goes looking for his stolen bike, and he travels across the country meeting so many different unusual people. And it's a fun adventure movie. So if you guys haven't seen this movie, Eugene actually rewatched it last night, and he said it was so much fun. I'm going to actually rewatch it soon. But I urge you guys, especially the children of nowadays, if you guys don't know who Pee-wee Herman is, go out and watch it. It's very fun, very energetic, very fun-filled, and you guys would enjoy it. And then from that film, he started his own TV show called Pee-wee's Playhouse, like I told you about. And here's my imitation of Pee-wee Herman. Hey guys, I'm Pee-wee Herman. Yes, he kind of sounded like that. Nowadays, if you had a friend that sounded like that, you'd probably smack him. But back in the day, that was our enjoyment as kids. So we're going to take a listen from the show, or the movie. And this song comes from the film Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and it's the Champs with Tequila! 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 Yes, as that song was going out, I swear I wish this show was a radio we can watch, because Eugene was out there dancing the tequila dance. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm going to try to get him on the download without him knowing with my iPhone and film him and put it on the EFM Twitter site so you guys can see it. Of course, if you guys see that, you probably stop listening to our radio program. But it's something very unusual and fun to watch. You'll start your day off really, really, really great because you'd probably be in an uplifting mood. Anyway, that was Tequila by the Champs from Pee-wee's Big Adventure original soundtrack. Right now, we're going to read some Twitter comments. Actually, Mayanne again wrote, "It's a fun movie, Pee-wee. It's funny, cute. I agree. Cute, Brian. Nice try on Don't Forget Pippi Longstockings. It's a fun movie as well." Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. Do you remember that song? Pippi Longstocking coming into your world. A freckle-faced redhead girl. I don't know why I know that song. I'm sorry, guys. You guys like, why does Brian know this song? Oh my gosh. Yes, I watched everything as a child because, you just turn the TV on and you just watch what's on. All the cartoons, all the TV shows. Anyway, for all of you guys right now who are wondering how to get in contact with us, to send us Twitter comments or emails or song requests, you can just call us at the studio 02778-1013. Send us a text at #1013 for a charge of 51. Or email us at efmdrivein@gmail.com or send us a tweet at efmdrivein. And, like I said, send us all these crazy messages, whatever you want to talk about. Just don't swear. Don't say anything bad about our program because we're here to talk about the good stuff. Life is good. Life is great. Life is grand. But also be sure to make sure your requests are songs from movies or TV shows that play these songs. It can't be any pop song or any Korean song. It's got to be from a TV show or film. It doesn't have to be on the soundtrack. It could be played in the background, but it's got to be from a film. All right, we're going to read maybe like one or two more comments. This is from Nikki Lewis. She wrote, if this is a musical night, can I request Kim Jun-soo's The Last Dance from the Elizabeth original soundtrack? Well, we'll keep that in mind because we don't know what's set up today, but if you don't play it today, we might have it next week for you guys for Musical Wednesdays. Also, we have one from a text. 1236 says, 오랜만에 브라이언 목소리 들으니 정말 굿모닝인 것 같아요. 너무 좋네요. Notting Hill OST, no matter what, 듣고 싶어요. Aww, she basically said it's great to hear my voice. It's really a good morning, starting off her day listening to my voice. I wish the whole world would agree with this. And this program would not be just a morning 9 to 10 program, but a universal program, international program, where like Obama would listen to, or anybody in the world, and they'd be like, oh, we love Brian Joe's voice. It'd be amazing. But for you guys right now, we have an amazing song from... Actually, I wouldn't say amazing movie, but one of the, I guess, movies from the Batman series. This one's in the 1995 film, Batman Forever. And this is Seal with Kiss from the Rose. Welcome back to The Drive-In, and now it's time for Behind the Screen with Eugene.
Hello, Brian. Is it not K-Film Wednesday?
Is that your invitation of Jason?
We've got to talk about some Korean movies.
I'm sorry, guys. I think something's wrong with Eugene today.
No,
like I said, he was dancing
playing
earlier outside to the Champs, Tequila, and...
Of course. I'm
Yes.
just kidding. Yeah, it's
No, it was funny.
behind the screen with Eugene. That's me.
Behind the Screen with Eugene. And normally you talk about 3 different stories, but there's a huge, I wouldn't say a crisis, but news.
Wow. Yeah, it's big news.
Big news. I mean, it could be a crisis for certain people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this news is a bit old, actually. So it's about a week old.
Yeah.
But
still it's important.
Yeah, very important. Lucasfilm was sold to Disney last week. And
Why could they have just sold it to me?
Well,
I don't have $4 billion, but...
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, if you had $4 billion, would you buy Lucasfilm? Probably not, right?
If you think about it, I would, because just by playing it on TV and selling the films, you could actually make more than $4 billion.
Yeah, exactly. That's true also.
Yes, it's a good investment.
But this is really... people have been saying it's earth-shattering because that means that there's probably going to be, new Star Wars movies coming out every so often. You might see a Star Wars TV series.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think that's a problem. It's just that...
Personally, I wasn't a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm pretty sure Star Wars fans want more Star Wars stuff coming out because who likes to wait for new movies to come out? They want it out quick.
That's true, but then some people have been saying that if you keep putting out more and more movies, that it might dilute, the original. Like the originals were so good, and then now you're gonna, water it down by having so many more.
That is true.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, I guess you get good and bad from this news either way.
Yeah.
Okay, and like I said before, it was $4 billion he sold it to Disney for. But why did he want to sell it for $4 billion? Like, what was the reason for
that was
selling
probably the highest he wanted to get. But a lot of people have been saying that that's really selfish of him, and he already makes enough. So why does he need that much, right? But actually, Lucas said he was going to donate all the proceeds of the sale to charity. He has a charity called Edutopia, right?
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was going to donate to the drive-in, but
are we a charity? Yeah,
Edutopia.
Edutopia.
Yes.
It's an educational charity that Lucas started. So there are a lot of people saying Lucas is being greedy for selling off stars. Like, you already have enough money. Why do you need more, right? But instead, he's just gonna give the proceeds to this charity, and it's going to help a good cause for education for the people who are not very well off.
Okay.
So, that's pretty interesting. I mean,
those are two facts that people need to know. It is for money, but for a good cause.
That was the secret word, right?
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I did that. We should have both screamed. Okay, now we're going to keep that in mind. And money said today. For all you listeners out there, if I say money, you have to scream wherever you are, even in the office.
All right. So, a lot of people were also concerned that they're going to say, it's going to be Mickey Mouse with a lightsaber from now on. Like, you're going to see...
I'm pretty sure just because Disney bought a Lucasfilm, they're not going to do that. They don't want to take the originality away from it.
Well, I think they're concerned because, Disney is famous for making kids' films.
Yeah.
And so they're worried that if Disney is making kids' films, they're going to make all of the movies kids' films, basically,
Yeah, not all movies though. Wait, what movie did Disney make that wasn't a kid film? I'm thinking.
Well, I have a lot of them. Actually, Disney owns Touchstone Pictures. Have you heard of Touchstone? Yeah, sorry,
yes.
Touchstone. So they've made movies like Die Hard with a Vengeance.
See, that didn't have a Mickey Mouse in it.
And Con Air, Face Off. They also own Marvel Comics, so they made the Avengers.
See, and that's not childish.
Yeah, so Avengers is also very sci-fi, and it's not childish at all. So
exactly, so people don't need to worry.
I don't really think they need to worry about it at all. And also, there is something to be said about Star Wars. Parts of it, I think, should be for kids to an extent, right? If you remember the Ewoks in Episode 6, they were very cute. Lots of kids liked them. But it's not like they dumbed down the whole show for everybody, Okay. It was still a very, mature themed episode 6, but it had things that kids like. And so if you have robots and toys and everything like that, kids are going to like it anyway. You don't have to dumb anything down for them.
Exactly.
You know what
I mean, Mickey Mouse won't be in it. They're still going to like it. No Donald Duck and none of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's another side that's very happy about this because, George Lucas was... They say he didn't do very well with the prequels. Episode 1, 2, and 3, right?
Did you not like it?
I liked 3 kind of. 1 and 2 I just thought were almost unwatchable.
Like I said, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so I don't have judgment on that. But I didn't think they were bad films. They're made well.
I would disagree.
They looked cool.
Yeah, they look cool. I will give you that. But if you watch them as films, I would say they were not very good.
Okay.
Episode 1 is only good because Liam Neeson is in it, and I really like Liam Neeson. But the rest of them, it's just the story is just it's you can follow it, but it's not as good as 4, 5, and 6. And a lot of people are saying it's because I watched 4, 5, and 6 when I was a kid, but I don't really think that's true. I think if I were to watch them both now, 4, 5, and 6 had better storyline and better directing, possibly. So people are saying that this move will be good because then you could get somebody that is really good directing them, or you could write a better story, and Disney has plenty at their disposal to do that. And they could do something like hire Christopher Nolan to do the next 3 Star Wars films, which would be awesome. Or Tim Burton. Can you imagine a Tim Burton Star Wars? That would be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
They'd be like clay animation and clowns coming out, and actually that'd be more weird if that happened than Mickey Mouse.
I guess so. I mean, it depends. As long as you don't have Pee Wee Herman in there as a Jedi, right? He'd be like, don't fall to the dark side.
Actually, what if they did that? What if they put Mickey Mouse, clowns, and Pee Wee Herman all in one crazy Star Wars movie?
Well, I can tell you that it would probably be a parody.
I'd watch it just because of the whole weirdness of it.
It would be weird.
Yes.
I would enjoy that, yes.
I would too. And so will there be another movie coming out?
Yeah, they said the next one is coming out in 2015. And I am hoping that we see the original people who played Luke, Han, and Leia in there. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. I mean, they're all still alive.
They're alive, but they're probably really old.
Well, yeah, I don't want to see them in a starring role, but you know, just to connect them with the previous Star Wars movies, you can have them as like
a short cameo. little cameo.
Yeah,
or
maybe a small cameo or even a larger part. You can have Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill playing, an old Luke Skywalker who's like, teaching all the new Jedis and everything. Or you could have, after the Empire falls, you have Princess Leia who's setting up the New Republic. She could be like the president or something like that.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like the Marvel films where Sam Lee comes out for like a split second in every single Marvel film.
Oh, Stan Lee, yeah.
Stan Lee, I said Sam Lee. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Something that's really a bit too short. I think they should give a little bit more to these people. Also, if Harrison Ford, I don't think he really likes doing Star Wars anymore, so they'd have to throw like a truckload of money at him for that.
Well,
okay.
He said money. I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so what else is new about this thing? This news. A lot of people are probably wondering what's going to actually happen to Disney. Are they going to profit from this? Obviously, they would, but
Yeah, they're going to profit from this. Another thing is they're worried about, what would they have to follow the story after the original trilogy?
well, you don't
came
want
out.
to change it up completely either.
Well, not completely, but after the original trilogy came out, there were a series of books, and that is called the Expanded Universe. And this has gone on for about 20 years, where people have expanded on the universe. They said that, Han and Leia got married and had kids, and then those kids had kids, and Luke also married this other person, and they had kids also. So the stories have surrounded under the next generation.
Okay.
Right? Now, does Disney, when they make a new movie, are they going to actually follow the blueprint that's already laid out by the books? Or are they just going to say, well, that doesn't matter anymore and just make their own movies? I mean, if you had it, what would you do? Would you pay attention to the books that are already there? Or would you just forget about them and make your own movies?
If I'm a big, huge fan, I'd do both.
Do both?
Yes, if I'm a huge fan as a director or producer, I'd do both.
Okay, well, how would you do... I guess you could, say that, yeah, we're going to do both, but you have to have your
You
own
have to mix
story.
it in. Of course,
Yeah.
I'd have my own creativity.
Right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we need to listen to a song right now, and this is not from Star Wars. This is actually from another Lucasfilm. This is Indiana Jones from the original soundtrack, and this is Raiders March by John Williams.
See you next week. Friday.
Musical Wednesday. As you all know, for 3 weeks I was in the U.S., and you guys are probably wondering why Brian went to the U.S. Was he on vacation, or is he ignoring us here at the drive-in? No, I went strictly for work. And the work I did this time in L.A. was my first time ever to do a musical in America. It wasn't a Korean production. It wasn't another Asian production. It was actually an American production. And although I sang my song in Korean, I was just very honored to be able to work in this musical. And a lot of people were asking, who was in it? Who's involved? How did you get involved? Well, long story short, I got casted. They saw clips of me online. I got to work with amazing people. Even artists that I grew up listening to, like Jodie Watley, amazing vocalist, singer, artist, entertainer, and overall just an amazing person. Me and her bonded very well. Now we're friends. As you can see on Twitter and Facebook, we keep in touch. Also, John Sakata, amazing performer as well. Sweet guy. And many others. We had like Heather Park, Kay from Hong Kong. We had Hope from Vietnam. We had Liz Calloway, who played the Australian number. And then we had amazing dancers and actors as well. We had Luke, who played the main character. We had Patty. So many people to mention. But the two people that I really wanted to mention, or three, were Vincent Patterson. For those of you who don't know Vincent Patterson, he actually choreographed most of the Michael Jackson films. He directed Smooth Criminal, Beat It, and also Bonnie Story, who was actually one of Michael Jackson's dancers back in the day. And also she directed and choreographed High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. Also a lot of Madonna's tours. And then Doug Cazzaro, who was our musical director, he won an Emmy, of course, and he's just a great guy. All these people, and I had the honor and the privilege to actually work with these people and grow a huge friendship and a bond. We're like a big family now, and we keep in touch, and it's just amazing that I got to do this. And the first song today that I want to play for you guys is actually The Company. All of the cast singing the first song. This is the actual opening number from the musical. And the musical is called Loving the Silent Tears. And this is Never Set Foot.
Oh Lord, it's said that you are everywhere. Why is it that in my house you never set foot? Oh Lord, the veil seems forever hanging there.
alone in darkness. My soul cries and cries till it finally breaks. You wouldn't care, you wouldn't care. Oh Lord,
It's said that you are everywhere. Why is it that in my house you never set foot?
I know I'm far from being worthy, but I can assure you no one is. So loving Lord, do not tarry. Pray, pull me out of the dark pit.
Let me live in your light.
Let me live in a boundless grace. Oh Lord, it's said that you are everywhere. Why is it that in my house you never set foot? Oh Lord, the veil seems forever hanging there in front of my eyes, in front of my eyes.
Lord, this whole world they rendered aside. Yes, I'm singing live. I may step into eternal life. That's just a preview for you guys. For those of you who couldn't make it to LA to watch this show. And in this version, the part that I sing actually is sung by the whole ensemble and company. But I did have a solo part in this track. And this was the opening song of the musical. It was a great opening. We had so many great people. The speakers. We had Corey Feldman. Oh my gosh. When Corey Feldman came on stage and backstage and talked to me, I was thinking, I am the biggest Goonies fan, and you're in the same room with me. What an honor. And I took his picture. I put it on my Instagram. I mean, it was just a fun-filled night for me. I was on a natural high where I got to see all these people. I was a little fanboy, you know, just seeing all these famous people, becoming friends with these people. And it was just amazing. And for a lot of you who don't know what the plot is, it was celebrating the 19th year anniversary of Supreme Master Ching Hai, who wrote this book of poetry, beautiful poems. And basically, the story is about these two characters. What was their names? I keep forgetting their names. Pete, and I forget the lady's name, but they're both looking for hope and basically saying how you can find hope and peace inside yourselves. You know, they're searching for hope through money and girls and alcohol. And the lady character in the musical, she actually recently lost her son, so she actually lost hope in everything, and peace and everything, because she felt, you know, since my son's dead, what's there to live for? And she's really discouraged. And then the young kid, he's the opposite. He just has everything, money, cars, and he's just a spoiled kid. And he thinks, you know, I don't need hope. I don't need peace. I have peace in, you know, earthly things, worldly things. And then they go on this magical train ride led by this conductor. And then as they go on this train ride, we express the poems in music from different countries. And right now we have a song set up that Heather Park sings in this version, but in the actual version, me and Heather sang this as a duet. She sang her parts in English, and I sang my parts in Korean. So check out the song that I sang in the musical. This is Singing Praise by Heather Park.
I could never have enough time to tell you of his boundless grace. Only in the remote corner of my heart I humbly shed tears. When thou appearest, the sun seems to fade, thy being shining as thousands of stars and countless jewels. Thy holy and youthful glow brighten the darkest corners of my soul.
서로 노래하고 싶네. Yes, for those of you who missed out on the musical, I added a little bit of live Korean lyrics to it. That's exactly how we sang it too. She would sing in English and I would do like the whole row, row, row you boat echo thing in the background and sing my parts in Korean. And for those of you guys who came out to the show, thank you so much. It was a great musical and a great experience. But right now, unfortunately, it's time to wrap up our program. But before we go, I just want to tell you to stick around for 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun, which is coming up next. And tomorrow is Thursday, which is Cray Cray Thursday with your girl Olivia. So stick around for that tomorrow. But for now, this is Brian Ju signing off. But before we go, we have another wonderful song for you guys, as always, from here. It's a 2007 film, The Hitcher, which stars Zachary Knighton, Sophia Bush, and Sean Bean. And here's David Soul with Don't Give Up on Us. This is Brian Ju signing off.